Chapter 12 Basic Geometrical Concepts. Geometry. Now we will learn geometry, as we have already learned that the geometrical terms, namely point, line and plane, form the foundation of geometry. These terms cannot be precisely defined. However, we give examples to illustrate the meaning of these terms. Point. A point is a mark of position, a small dot made by sharp pencil on a plain sheet of paper. The end of a pin, a corner where any two walls and the roof of a room meet, suggests us the idea of a point. A point, as we understand in geometry, has no size, that is, a point has no length, breadth or thickness. We name a point by a capital letter such as A, B, C, D, etc. Line segment. A line segment is a straight line that has a beginning and an end. The line segment shown here is called the line segment AB, or written as AB with a bar drawn above AB. Line. A line can be extended endlessly on both the sides. The line shown here is called the line AB, or written as AB with a line with arrows on both sides drawn over it. The basic idea of a line is its straightness, that it extends indefinitely in both the directions. It cannot be drawn completely on a paper. In practice, only a portion of a line is drawn and arrowheads are marked at its two ends, indicating that it extends infinitely in both the directions. Ray. Do you explain me what is a ray? Yes. A ray of light coming from the sun or a torch gives us the idea of a ray. A ray has a definite starting point, the sun or the torch, but goes infinitely in other direction. Let us take a line segment PQ and extend it in one direction as shown below. This is the figure of a ray. It has a definite starting point, P, but is extending infinitely to the right. We express it as ray PQ. The direction of the arrow shows the direction of PQ in which the ray is extending. Let us now tabulate the differences between a line segment, a line, and a ray. Line segment. We can draw a line segment on the surface of a paper. Line. We cannot draw a line on a paper but can only represent it. Ray. We cannot draw a ray on a paper but can only represent it. Line segment. A line segment has a definite length. A line segment has two endpoints. Line. A line does not have a definite length. A line does not have endpoints. Ray. A ray does not have a definite length. A ray has only one endpoint. Line segment. The above line segment is represented as line segment AB and can also be represented as BA. Line. The above line is represented as line AB. It can also be represented as line BA. Ray. The above ray is represented only as ray AB. Parallel lines. Do you know what are parallel lines? Yes, I know that. You would like me to explain? Yeah, sure. So, here we go. Two lines which do not intersect each other at any point, even if extended to infinity, are called parallel lines. Thus, two lines are parallel if they lie on the same plane. They do not have any common point in between. The distance between these two lines always remains same everywhere. For example, the track of a railway line, opposite edges of a ruler, the opposite sides of a rectangle, telephone wires from one pole to another, opposite sides of a blackboard show parallel lines. The symbol for parallel lines is this: two small parallel lines drawn at a short distance. In the given figure, L is parallel to M. Two rays are parallel if the corresponding lines determined by them are parallel. Two segments are parallel if the corresponding lines determined by them are parallel. Intersecting line. Do you know what are intersecting lines? Yes, I know that. Would you like me to explain? Yeah, sure. Two lines that meet at a common point are called intersecting lines, and the point where these lines meet is called point of intersection. Here, line AB and CD are intersecting lines, and point P is called the point of intersection. Remember, we can draw unlimited lines through a point. Perpendicular lines. Do you know what are perpendicular lines? Yes, let me explain you. Two intersecting lines, L and M, are said to be perpendicular to each other if one of the angles formed by them is a right angle and we write L perpendicular M. It is read as L is perpendicular to M, or lines that meet to cross at right angle are called perpendicular to one another. A right angle is usually marked by a box as shown in the figure. Two rays or two line segments are said to be perpendicular if the corresponding lines determined by them are perpendicular. Similarly, a ray and a line segment are said to be perpendicular if the corresponding lines determined by them are perpendicular. For example, a man standing on the ground, adjacent sides of a blackboard. Electric poles show perpendicular lines. Angles. Earlier we have learned that when two rays have a common endpoint, they form an angle. In this figure, two rays OA and OB have a common endpoint, O. So, they form an angle AOB. The common endpoint is called the vertex, and rays OA and OB are called the arms of the angle. Remember, while naming the angle, the vertex is always in the center. Interior and exterior of an angle. In angle ABC, the shaded portion between the arms BA and BC of the angle ABC can be extended indefinitely. This portion is called the interior of the angle. X is a point in the interior of the angle. The point Y lies in the exterior of the angle. The point Z lies on the angle. Here, angle 1 is called the interior angle because it lies inside the two arms, and angle 2 is called the exterior angle. So, whenever two rays meet, two angles are formed, one an interior angle and other an exterior angle. The size of an angle is measured by the amount of turn or rotation of two arms and not by how long the arms appear to be. Here, angle A is greater than angle B and angle B is greater than angle C. Do you know types of angles? Yes, let me explain you. Types of angles. Acute angle. An angle whose measure is less than 90 degrees is called an acute angle. Angle POQ shown in figure is equal to 60 degrees. So angle POQ is an acute angle. Right angle. An angle whose measure is 90 degrees is called a right angle. Angle AOB shown in figure is a right angle, that is 90 degrees. Obtuse angle. An angle whose measure is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees is called an obtuse angle. Angle DOQ shown in figure is an obtuse angle. Straight angle. An angle whose measure is 180 degrees is called a straight angle. Angle XOY shown in figure is a straight angle. A straight angle is equal to two right angles. Reflex angle. An angle whose measure is more than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees is called a reflex angle. Angle AOB shown in figure is a reflex angle. Complete angle. An angle whose measure is 360 degrees is called a complete angle. In figure, angle AOB is equal to 360 degrees. Zero angle. An angle measuring 0 degree is called a zero angle. When two arms of an angle lie on each other, 0 degree angle is formed. Measuring an angle by a protractor. Do you know how to measure an angle by a protractor? Yes, let me explain. Protractor is an instrument for measuring or constructing an angle of a given measure. It is a semicircular piece of metal or plastic, which is marked in degrees from 0 degree to 180 degree from left and right as shown in figure. The center O of the piece is also the midpoint of its baseline. In order to measure angle AOB, place the protector in such a way that its center is exactly on the vertex O of the angle and the baseline lies along the arm OB. Read the mark through which the arm OA passes starting from right. Thus we find angle AOB is equal to 60 degree. Circle. A circle is the set of all those points in a plane whose distance from a fixed point remains constant. The fixed point is called the center of the circle and the constant distance is known as the radius of the circle. We can see a circle in many objects like a bangle, coin, and wheel of a cycle or a car. The sun reminds us of a circle. Interior and exterior of a circle. A circle has an interior as well as an exterior region as shown. The shaded region shows the interior of the circle. The region outside the shaded part is the exterior of the circle. Here, the points A, B, and M lie in the exterior of the circle and the points O, D, P, and X lie in the interior of the circle. The points R, Q, and N lie on the circle. The center O of the circle always lies in the interior of the circle. Center. The point P at which we place the needle end of the compass and move the pencil around it is the center of the circle. The center of a circle lies in its interior. Circumference. The length of the boundary of the circle is its circumference. In other words, it is the perimeter of the circle. Radius. The line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is called the radius of the circle. Take any point Q on the circle and join it with the center P. The line segment PQ is the radius of the circle. Diameter. Let us produce the radius PQ to meet another point O on the circle. We get a line segment OQ with its endpoints O and Q on the circle. It passes through the center P. Such a line segment is called a diameter. The length of a diameter of a circle is twice the length of the radius of the circle. OP is equal to 3.5 cm. PQ is equal to 3.5 cm. Then OQ is equal to 3.5 cm plus 3.5 cm is equal to 7.0 cm. Chord. The line segment joining any 2 points on the circle is the chord of the circle. The endpoints A and B of line segment AB lie on the circle. So, AB is the chord of the circle. Arc. Any part of a circle is called an arc of the circle. We usually name an arc by 3 points. A, C, B is an arc of the circle. Semicircle. The endpoints of a diameter of a circle divide the circle into 2 parts. Each part is called a semicircular region. AXB and AYB are 2 semicircles. Relation between diameter and radius. Do you know the relationship between diameter and radius? Yes, diameter of a circle is twice of its radius. For example, find the diameter of a circle whose radius is 4.5 centimeter. Diameter is equal to 2 multiplied by radius, which is equal to 2 multiplied by 4.5 centimeter is equal to 9 centimeter. Relation between circumference and diameter. Do you know the relationship between circumference and diameter? Yes, circumference of a circle is slightly more than 3 times of its diameter. Drawing a circle. Do you know how to draw a circle? Yes, we draw a circle of a given radius with the help of a compass. It has 2 movable arms hinged at a point. Open the arms of the compass and place needle, like pointed end, at a point O on a piece of paper and move the pencil, keeping the metallic end fixed. Let me give an example of it. Example 1. Let's draw a circle of radius 4 cm. Fix a sharpened pencil in your compass. Open the compass and adjust the arms so that the distance between the ends, the needle and pencil, is 4 cm. Fix the pointed end of the compass at a point O on a sheet of paper. Hold the compass from the hinge and move the pencil point around the pointed end. Example 2. The radius of the circle is 4 cm. Let's calculate its diameter. Radius of the circle is equal to 4 cm. We know that diameter of the circle is equal to 2 multiplied by radius of circle is equal to 2 multiplied by 4 cm is equal to 8 cm. Patterns. Do you know what are patterns? No. Okay, I'll explain you. Geometrical patterns. We see geometrical patterns in our daily life. Example, on carpets, wallpapers, floors, etc. They are fun. Some of the examples of geometrical patterns are given below. What are number patterns? Number patterns help us to find solutions without performing the actual calculations. Patterns are observed in addition and multiplication. Observing the pattern gives us understanding of the sequence of the terms, enabling us to extend the pattern. For example, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 9. 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 12. 4 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to 15, and so on. Tiling. Do you know what is tiling? Yes, let me explain you. The designs on a floor made by arranging tiles is called tiling. The tiles fit into each other without any gaps or overlaps. Tangram. Now we will learn about a game. Tangram is a 1,000-year-old game of Chinese shapes, also known as wisdom puzzle. The game consists of 7 pieces formed by cutting a square in following shapes: 2 large triangles, 1 medium triangle, 2 small triangles, 1 square, and 1 parallelogram, 4-sided figure.